Hello everybody, good afternoon. Welcome to Yokohama, Japan. This is the B-League, the Yokohama B-CORSAIRS getting ready to take on the high-flying Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, a battle of East against West. As we get into the meat of the season here in the Yokohama International Swimming Pool Arena. Well, that should tell you all you need to know right there. Swimming pool, Dolphins, they're going to perhaps enjoy the confines more than most teams. They have been on a roll. Nagoya Diamond Dolphins winning 5 consecutive games, currently second in the West and one of the automatic playoff spots as the top 2 from each go through, then the best 4 overall. But we've got a long way to go before we get to that point. Pretty much just around the halfway mark. Yokohama, meanwhile, struggling a little bit down in the East and looking to turn things around. They do have 12 wins, winning last time out, but nevertheless down in 8th place with 12 wins and 21 defeats. No time like the present, though, as you look at the recent results. Again, for Yokohama B-CORSAIRS, and looking at their roster briefly, and also we'll start with the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins briefly, and then we'll go through those again. So Yokohama with Seiya Ando, Damian Inglis, Hiroki Taniguchi, Gary Clark, Kanta Maino, Kiefer Ravena, the Philippines International, Kento Mori, the captain, Kai King, Hiroki Matsuzaki, Caleb Tarjuski, American Koya Sudo, and last but certainly not least, Tatsuma Yu. And the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, look at their recent results, all wins, all 5. And they have been rolling, most recently winning over Toyoma Grouse, 91-87 for that. They beat Seahorses of Makawa 77-62. So Sean Dennis's team looking formidable. Takumi Saito, Taketo Kato, Hiyu Ozawa, Yuto Emanishi, Tenketsu Harimoto, Aaron Henry, Taito Nakahigashi, Alan Williams, and just a quick look at the team stats. Points scored per game, points allowed, and overall been a much better run for this Nagoya Diamond Dolphins team, especially defensively. They've been really tough, but looking at the three-point shooting, Yokohama, if they do get hot, that helps them stay in the games. But from an overall standpoint, it has been a good season. Nagoya also with Scott Etherton, Richardson, Kyle Richardson, and Keita Imamura, who's coming in really having a good season, averaging more than 10 points, 3 rebounds per game, and obviously has the reputation as the big shooter in this team, the big rising to the occasion at the right moment player. 8 more rebounds per game, average 43.1 to 35.1 for Yokohama. So Nagoya much better on the glass, averaging more assists, not surprisingly, since they average more points. Steals, they're second overall in the competition. So Sean Dennis has got himself a team that might win the B-League this season for the first time. Of course, you got regular season, you got playoffs, and who knows? Oftentimes you might have the best team in the regular season and they're not able to get it done in the playoffs. It's just a different beast. So Takumi Saito, Aaron Henry, Keita Imamura, Kyle Richardson, and Scott Etherton coming out. And head coach Sean Dennis.
Nagoya Diamond Dolphins starting five が入場しました。
There's Sean Dennis behind his back to us on the left, sitting down. From Australia, from Melbourne, Australia. Good eye, mate.
B.LEAGUE setting performance.
So as we look at Yokohama's latest effort and coming out and getting the 92-63 win over Koshigaya Alphas. And Kiefer Avena having himself a game, making some big plays. He's played well of late. I mean, he's definitely kind of picked up the pace. One of many Filipino players, Gilas internationals, in fact, in this competition. So he's coming off the high of that game when he had 19 points. And then we look at Nagoya Diamond Dolphins and Saito and what his numbers have been this season. And going up against Toyoma Grouse. Too hot to handle. Simply, you don't have to be the main man if you are Saito, but he so often is. And you know, he's got the ability to knock down the three, which you do really need to have that tool in your toolkit. You got to be able to shoot the ball, but his quickness, his defense, his passing ability. So he really has had a good season. .6 points the other day. That he was outstanding in that game. 7 of 9 from 3 points. 3-point range against Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. So for Yokohama B-CORSAIRS, Sei Ando, he'll be concerned with slowing down Saito, Gary Clark, Kiefer Avena, Tarzuski, and Koya Sudo in the starting five. Lassie Toyoda, the head coach, has kind of tweaked his starting lineup. I know a couple of games ago he had Inglis in the starting five. He's trying to get the best out of Inglis, who's amongst the most talented players in the team. He's got the big smile on his face, so that's a good sign for Yokohama. Breaking out the suit today on a Saturday, so it's all business. That kind of sends a message. Let's take care of business today. Urashima, Akiyama, and Nishi, the referees today. Urashima, the crew chief. And again, the starting five today: Tarzuski, Clark, Sudo, Ravena, and Ando for Yokohama on the left, and Saito, Imamura, Aaron Henry, Richardson, and Etherton on the right for Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Etherton, excuse me. Well, hello everybody, we are underway here in Yokohama. And the opening tip, Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. Back on the basket to the right, wearing the dark uniforms, and Gary Clark comes out and hits what he hopes is a tone-setting three-pointer for Yokohama. They'll take the early lead. Everton has it. Nowhere to go. Bounce pass down to Henry. Henry, good patience, and gets it up over Gary Clark. We say Ando. Now Etherton lays it up, misses, gets it back. We're going to take the 4-3 lead here, so you got to take every chance you get if you're Yokohama. What you've got to do, though, and where they really struggled in recent games, although not as much in the last game, is turning the basketball over. They're definitely susceptible to that pressure. You see the hands up for Imamura, Ravena. Oh, boy. That is a very difficult pass, especially passing it like that to try to complete to that right corner. So the ball sails out of bounds, and we talked about the turnovers. You know, sometimes you turn it over trying to make a play, but maybe that's just too much, not enough reward. Even if he catches it, I'm guessing he's not going to shoot it. He's going to be closely guarded. Aaron Henry gets it to the corner. Here's Imamura. Oh boy, just a silky smooth shot. And Nagoya have answered now with 7 unanswered points to take a 7-3 lead. Ravena gets it up. Kozuski gets the rebound. We're going to have a lot of that from him today. Maybe some putbacks. Sudo gets it to Tarzuski. Goes up strong. Imamura with a mazy run down the court. Now has it in his hands. Dribbles in. Feels the defense. Other than left wide open. That's off. Gary Clark now brings it the other way. Kyle Richardson tasked with guarding Gary Clark. And now another turnover, second consecutive turnover. And Etherton on the break. Yokohama simply cannot afford to turn the basketball over. That's an area where they have to be better. And already with 2 turnovers on consecutive possessions. A foul has been called on Richardson. So again, 5 consecutive wins for Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Going up against the Yokohama team that has 12 wins on the season. Looking to put a difficult spell behind them. 3 consecutive turnovers. 3 turnovers on as many possessions for Yokohama. And this is a recipe for disaster for them. Damian Inglis comes into the game. One issue is that Gary Clark and Kai King also checks into the game. One issue for them, the fitness of Gary Clark. Outstanding player, but has not really come all the way back from an injury. He is playing, but here's the drive. And the foul called. So Saito going to the line. With this foul on Tarzuski. Well, didn't see much contact there at all. Looked like Saito just fell down. I mean, Tarzuski's making a good point here. Tarzuski took a nasty fall, but on his own. That's exactly what Tarzuski's saying. Well, unless there's a replay that we're not seeing. A little bit of jawing going on between Sean Dennis and Tarzuski Saying, I didn't touch him. Saito goes to the line. First free throws of the game, and does indeed make the first. Sixth overall in assists at 5.2 per game in the B-League. Takumi Saito makes both. Oh boy, Inglis turns it over. Saito. Now Richardson again. And I think Lassie Tuovi must be really frustrated right now. 4 consecutive turnovers, and we're not even 4 minutes into the game. Bounce pass Richardson to Etherton, and now they turn it over. Yokohama they've got to get it together mentally. They are just out of sorts. Just turning it over. And especially Inglis. I mean, just a lackadaisical pass, just not concentrating. Got to watch he doesn't do a wraparound foul here with his left hand. He turns, he gets it, that's much better. And Tarzuski throws it down. Imamura probing, puts it up, clangs one up. Oh boy, and that is a very fortunate play by Ando, almost turning it over. Inglis, fortunate again, he doesn't turn it over. Now he's going to go strong to the basket. And you can see Lassie Tuovi really trying to get the best out of his player, barking some instructions from the sideline. Imamura missing it from the corner. Now a chance to run. Kai King up on the break and lays it up and in. Here Henry well off, and again Tarzuski and Nagoya have just invited Yokohama right back in the game. And they gratefully come back. Some of the shot selection a little bit suspect here at this end for Nagoya. When you're on top of a team like Yokohama B-CORSAIRS, you want to put them away. You want to step on their throat. Don't give them a chance. Here's Etherton feet set. That's much more like it. Catch and shoot. Goes back to a 14-11 lead. Here's Seiya Ando. Where does he fit into it? He's been a little bit quiet. Seems a little bit lost of late. Inglis open. Tarzuski gets in for the rebound. Inglis again. Can he get something to drop? And that time, Lassie Tuovi is saying, Damian, that's a tough shot. Pass it. We got plenty of time on this possession.
Defense foul, Yokohama no foul. Number 23, King Kai, hand checkのfoul.
Foul, Kai King. Gary Clark comes back into the game. Kenta Mori comes back into the game. Tarzuski, and all kinds of changes going on. Kato into the game for the Diamond Dolphins. Averages just under 13 minutes per game coming into this one, 4.2 points per game. Richardson has it, excuse me, that was Williams, has it knocked out of his hands. Alan Williams into the game. And that's more like it for Kiefer Ravena. Etherton passes it back outside to Nakahigashi. Imamura down to Williams. Williams spinning, turning, scoring. quite a luxury to have Alan Williams coming off the bench at 9.2 points, 6.5 rebounds per game. Clark goes behind the back, gets it up, and makes the jump shot. Imamura to Williams. Sweet touch. Kai King. Get it back. Kai King. Not a lot of movement. They're just spreading out. Gary Clark takes the three, misses. Kato left wide open. The lead goes to 6. Well, they just basically said, we're not going to be able to get there in time, so it's up to you to make it. And he took plenty of time and made it almost as if it was a free throw. Kitamori with the fake. Over to Clark from the elbow. Kato chases it down. Nakahigashi knocks down the 3. Now the lead now 9. Well, 4 of 6 from three-point range for Nagoya. Oh, Kiefer Avena called the blocking foul on Nagoya. Keita Imamura with that foul. And Henry back into the game. Also coming into the game now for the first time, Ozawa. Ozawa plays just over 11 minutes per game. That's Zaki into the game for Yokohama. Matsuzaki to the corner, and that's a nice looking stroke, and they're desperate for something late in the quarter. They get it, the three-point shot. Come in English saying you need to call the grab. Good job, Gary Clark getting his hand up and not allowing the pass to get to Alan Williams. So Sei Ando knocking down the three-pointer right at the end of the first quarter, or final few seconds. It's 24-18. Nagoya Diamond Dolphins on top of Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. That was the second three-pointer, made by Yokohama. しっかりアピールして商品ゲットしてくださいね。1階席の皆さんには B-LEAGUE 直接プレゼントを渡しに参りますよ。さあ本日のバズーカプレゼントはジャガードマフラータオル。1階席のプレゼントはジャガードミニタオルです。さあ皆さん B クラップなどを使ってアピール。一発目。一発目いきました。どうかな。ナイスキャッチ。OK。さあまだまだいきますよ。2発目の準備。さあしっかり。を込めてさあいけるかな。はい皆さん大きくアピールしてくださいね。さあ今度は反対サイド行きましょう。いくよレッツゴードン。飛びましたね。飛びすぎたかな。1階席の皆さんには B-LEAGUE が直接プレゼントを渡しに向かいます。大きくアピールしてお待ちください。さあ最後これが3発目です。さあ皆さんしっかりアピールしていくよ。
バスケットボールの挑戦を行っています。第1クォーターの途中で少しね、動いたようにも思えたということで、一度チェックを入れているようです。
Jose Ando, one of the big signings coming over this season, and you really want him to be kind of a guy that can really drive that offense, and you want this man right here, Damian Inglis, to be kind of a go-to man, a do-it-all man, rebounding, scoring everything, and Yokohama need more from their main guys if they're going to have a decent season. 24-18 it goes. They seem wide open, Aaron Henry, so Yokohama riding their luck a little bit. Kentamori. Ando with the pump fake. And Henry getting off his feet. Here's Ando. Hustling down the court. Kato gets it back outside. The three-point shot is good. Looking good on Zawa right off the bench. Who's not making threes for Nagoya? They're all making them. Now it's a 9-point lead again. Foul out on the perimeter. Inglis goes out. Tarzuski comes back in. Inglis just doesn't look happy. Matsuzaki. Clark. Oh, Clark loses the handle as he drives. And Ozawa back outside. Look at him pass it around. Henry has it. That time Kato's off target. The long rebound taken away. It looked like Mori had it, but Aaron Henry gets it, scores, and piles on the misery for Yokohama. Timeout, Yokohama. Nagoya 5 of 7 from three-point range. Each team has 7 assists here in the early going, but 6 turnovers for Yokohama and just 2 for Nagoya, and Nagoya Diamond Dolphins scoring 11 points off those turnovers. So when Yokohama turned the basketball over, it really makes their life difficult, and also a little bit lost on defense, giving up a lot of open looks from deep. So coming out of the timeout, facing their biggest deficit of the game, Yokohama down 11 against Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, one of the real hot teams in the B-League. Winners of 5 straight and currently occupying the playoff spots. That was a careless pass. Ando gets it down low and gets a friendly roll. Shoots it from right around the lane, or right around the line, in the lane. Kato. Higashi missing, another offensive rebound, bounces over Tarzuski to Aaron Henry. Now down low to Alan Williams. He goes up and he's fouled by Gary Clark. Comes in shooting 69.6% from the line, makes the first. Well, he looked good on both of those. Up to an 11-point lead for Nagoya. Oh, boy, Clark almost turning it over. And he's getting his hands up. Yokohama needs to snap out of it. This is going to be over soon. And great defense. Diamond Dolphins giving absolutely nothing away at this end of the court. Now you into the game for the first time. Tuovi looking for a spark from somebody. Henry's pass deflected away from Ozawa. Ravena gets it down low to Tarzuski, and he goes up and misses the layup. When you're struggling, that's what happens. You miss those. Now down low to Alan Williams, exploiting the mismatch. Alan Williams with the foul, Tarzuski. I think they'll be glad that Williams has gone out. He was giving them a lot of problems, Yokohama. But the problem is they've got such a good team, they bring in a player like Etherton back into the game. Also Saito back into the game. So just plenty of weapons, plenty of ways for Nagoya. Plenty of players, especially when they're playing defense like this, plenty of ways for them to beat you. Here's the three-point shot keeper, Ravena. That's more like it. Yokohama having to play from behind, needing some stops. Nagoya is shooting lights out right now from deep. Higashi over to Saito, and this time off the back of the cup. Ravena crosses midcourt. Here's Ando. Oh boy, Ando telegraphed the pass. Fortunate to get it back. Eight turnovers for Yokohama. They've got to get this out of their system, and another turnover. That's 9, 2 consecutive turnovers for Ando. And if you like Tuovi, not sure what other options you've got. These guys are good. They just got to play better. Get pass. Another three-pointer for Ozawa. Wow. Now 6 of 11 from three-point range. Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Pass whipped into Tarzuski, goes up and he's fouled by Etherton.
番スコット・エイサトン個人1つ目チームファウル3つ目
Well, that's why you go up and you try to dunk it, and you make them foul you, so at least you get to the free throw line. You don't go up there weak. So good job by Tarzuski. Another timeout has been called. And seeing plenty of evidence why this team is going to contend so far. No Isaiah Murphy today for Nagoya. He's out. Takuma Sato also out. You can see both of them over there getting up off the bench to welcome the players back to their seats. This was Ozawa knocking down his second three-pointer.
また日曜日も診療しておりますので、急な体調不良の際はお気軽にご相談ください。金沢農研内内科総合クリニックは横浜ビーコルセアーズを応援しています。Go B-CORSAIRS!
You know, with Nagoya, I think I wouldn't say so much as sharp. I'd say they're just playing really strong defensively, and they're making shots. But what I would say about Yokohama is they are distinctly not sharp. They are blunt. They are turning the basketball over. 9 turnovers. And those 9 turnovers leading to 14 points for Nagoya. And some of the passes that they're making are just so easily read. They're telegraphed. You know, you're trying to run a play. But if you're trying to run a play and the pass isn't there, you don't make the pass. You keep it. You have to dribble. Somebody else has to work to get open. You don't run the play. You go to plan B. Here's Tarzuski. And that's why you foul. You make him earn it at the free throw line. I'm a Dolphin fans, all smiles. Say Ando, one of the big talents in this team, but he's got 3 turnovers, a team high 3 turnovers, a game high 3 turnovers, and Tarzuski misses both free throws. Rivena whistle for the foul. There's always one cure to a struggling team, and that's to really play much better on defense. Be more physical. You got to win that battle. You got to play better at this end of the court, and then hopefully that translates to your offense. Henry gets in, had a good look, missed it. Inglis very fortunate not to turn it over. Kiefer Vanna trying to get it down low to Tarzuski, but they were open, or rather they were alert to it. Koyasudo back in the game. Inglis rattles out. Wow. Just not happening. Three-point shot, no good. Tarzuski went through his hands. Inglis picks it up. Yokohama needs something desperate to get it. Tarzuski goes for the rebound. Another empty one.
サール名古屋12番中東隊とハンドチェックのファウル個人1つ目チームファウルは名古屋これで4つとなります。名古屋これ以降のディフェンスファウル相手に横浜にフリースロー2本がこの後与えられます。
Inglis knocks down a three. Finally, something positive for Inglis, something positive for Yokohama. It's okay to smile, Damien. Smile in relief, smile in happiness. Okay, let's see if Yokohama can build a little bit of momentum here at the end of the first half. Sometimes just one shot can do that, bring the good vibes. That's why Nagoya Diamond Dolphins perhaps called that timeout. And the drive, well, Zawa had a rather good look there. Maybe not the best shot. And again, Inglis needs to score here. Puts up the fadeaway. That's 2 in a row for him. And that's a good sign. Maka Higashi missing on that last drive. Lead down to 8. Imamura, oh boy, that it feels like a dagger. Wow. And we're still in the first half. 7th three-pointer of the game. 7 of 13 from three-point range. Nagoya. Ravena gets it up. And just white shirts there for the rebound. Imamura missing. Now another chance to go for Ravena. Nice spin from Kiefer. Dives in. Oh, Kiefer Ravena misses the layup. Well, they've had a couple of misses, Yokohama, today, right at the rim. Maybe if he makes this three, it'll take care of that, and that one goes in and out. It's just that type of day for Yokohama. They've had a couple go down but come out. And shifty move from Saito. Well, there you have it, a 4 or 5-point swing. And back to a 13-point advantage for Nagoya. Going for their 6th win in a row. Kiefer Ravena does a good job to tap it to Sudo. Koya Sudo gets on the baseline, puts up a difficult shot. As the buzzer beats the buzzer. But again, Saito, his pass to Imamura. Timeout here late in the first half.
さあ残りは1分を切ったところの前半です。少しでも差を詰めて、そして後半に入っていけるように、ここからの1分、皆さんのフロップで手拍子で、さあ大いにリズムを刻んでいこう。コアコアコアコア。さあ前半残り1分弱、最高の最高のパワーを届けていきたい。さあゴービコ、この声を送ろう。ワン、ツー、スリー、ゴービコ。名古屋ドームにスタート。みんなで守ろう。
Less than a minute to go. Imamura pass deflected, goes out. Oh, it wasn't deflected, just got away from him. And gets it back to Yokohama. So, again, an opportunity for Yokohama. If they could score here, get a stop, get it back and score again, they could take a little bit of momentum to halftime. Inglis down low. Ando, little turnaround, misses. Air ball grabbed by Gary Clark. So now if they got about a 5-second difference from the game clock and shot clock. Richardson, Alan Williams, could be that Nagoya are not going to wait around. They're just going to shoot to get an open look. Here's Williams. Little turnaround. Oh, man, that was money. What a shot. Inglis takes it all the way and caps a very frustrating first half with the miss. Saito and Nagoya Diamond Dolphins lead at 43-30 over Yokohama B-CORSAIRS here in Yokohama at halftime.
これより20分間のハーフタイムに入ります。再入場の際は再入場口や会場内で掲出している二次元コードを読み取っていただき、デジタル再入場券をぜひご利用ください。なお本日のハーフタイムは B コルの29点目を決めるのは誰だプレゼンテッドバイトレナテネットの結果発表。金沢農研大内科総合クリニックプレゼンツハーフタイムショー、通信中の皆さんによるライブパフォーマンスをお届けします。さあそれでは B コルの29点目を決めるのは誰だプレゼンテッドバイトレタデネットの結果発表です。今日の試合29得点目を決めた選手は、
さあビジョンでプレーを振り返っていきましょう。安藤選手のシュートのフォローからまさにナンバー8ゲリー・クラー。このシュートが29点目30点目ということになりました。
さあゲイリー・クラーク選手、予想が的中した方どれくらいいらっしゃいますでしょうか。的中した方の中から抽選で本日はこちら、はい、3名様にアイルランド産天然本マグロ赤身中トロ大トロドドンとプレゼントいたします。
いや、いい脂が乗ってますね。
とろっとしてますよ。当選された方には後日メールにてご連絡いたしますのでどうぞお楽しみに。明日のホームゲームもぜひ来場者限定の予想企画をトレタデネットの公式 LINE からご参加ください。
以上 B コルの29点目を決めるのは誰だプレゼンテッドバイトレタデネットの発表でした。さあ本日のハーフタイムですが、 金沢農研大内科総合クリニックプレゼンツ通信中の皆さんによりますハーフタイムショーをお届けしていきたいと思います。通信中、まるで運動会のような型破りのライブパフォーマンスでステージ上の実力だけが問われる群雄割拠のロックシーンに笑いという切り札で旋風を起こし、シーンの猛者たちも虜にしてしまうというね、日本一泣けるコミックバンド通信中のパフォーマンス、ライブでお楽しみいただこうと思います。さあ現在セッティングの方が進んでいますけれども、さあそんな通信中なんですが、先ほどもね言いましたよ、笑いという切り札がねあるんです。この後盛り上がることは必至ですね。皆さんこの楽しいライブをですね思いっきり皆さんで満喫していただきたい、そんな風に思っています。どんな笑いが飛び出してくるのかね、曲の方も要チェックです。もちろんね彼らのパフォーマンス、これもご注目いただきたい。いろんなところに注目点がありすぎる、そんな通信中のハーフタイムショーが間もなく始まろうとしています。さあ通信中ね、金沢農研大内科総合クリニック院長からもですね一押しのコメントがありましたが、どんな形で登場してくれるのか、登場シーンからぜひご注目いただきたいと思います。さあハーフタイムショーでは、金沢農研大内科総合クリニックプレゼンツ通信中の皆さんによりますハーフタイムショーです。
よろしくお願いします。すみません、ありがとうございます。いいんですよ、ありがとうございます。すみません、よろしくお願いします。通信中って言います。よろしくお願いします。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。ドルフィンズブースターの皆さんもよろしくお願いします。ブースターの皆さんもよろしくお願いします。短い時間ですけども5、6分しかないんで2曲だけやりますので、7時半入りで7時間待ちましたのでよろしくお願いします。7時間分やりますのでふざけてないと。残り1曲になりました。あと1曲だけお付き合い願います。通信地というコミックバンドでもう24年やっておりまして、そうなんです、24年、この学校で24年やっておりましてですね、もともとバスケ部で出会ってバンド結成しているのでとても感慨深いです。なんなら僕小学校の時卒業文集夢 バスケットボール選手って書きましたので、今日ここでやれてることを4点決めれたことを嬉しく思います。ありがとうございます。もしよかったらライブハウス、横浜だと結構ライブハウスに来てるので、お時間ある方見に来てください。ありがとうございました。24年間歌ってる曲で終わります。クラーク博士と僕。ありがとうございました。
通信中の皆さん、ありがとうございました。改めて大きな拍手をお送りください。
それではここで横浜 B コルセアーズをご支援いただいておりますトップパートナーをご紹介いたします。トップパートナーフォーワウェインズトヨタ神奈川。それではここで B リーグのパートナー各社をご紹介いたします。 B リーグトップパートナーソフトバンク。 B リーグタイトルパートナーリソナグループ。 B リーグイノベーションパートナーインフロニアホールディングス。 B リーグパートナーズ日本生命 DIS リライブ。 B リーグサポーティングカンパニーズモルテン。朝日新聞。日本経済新聞社大塚製薬。野村工芸社 EY ジャパン。エニタイムフィットネスストライク。スポーツレトロックアイス。ふるさとチョイスドイツ。日清食品 DNA。 B リーグサプライヤー&STホールディングス。 B リーグコミュニケーションパートナー LINE スタッフ。 B リーグスポーツ振興&レフェリーサポーティングパートナースポーツくじビナー。 B リーググロースパートナー電通。以上 B リーグのパートナー各社のご紹介でした。誰もが希望を持って踏み出せる、そんな明日を叶えるリソナグループ。心限る瞬間とともに夢やエナジーを生み出す B リーグ。2つの思いが共鳴し、あらゆる人の未来にかつてない熱狂をプラスする。
Well, the first half has been a real struggle for the team in blue. Yokohama B-CORSAIRS lead by 3 points, but they also trailed by as many as 13. And at halftime, that's exactly what the lead is for Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, 43-30. And you name it, they've all been playing well. This Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, Keita Imamura amongst the players to get 3-pointers to fall. He's hit 2. Zuski's had a couple bright moments, and Kiefer Ravena as well. Ravena has 5 points. Say Ando has 5 points, but 3 turnovers to assist. Allen Williams has been pretty much unstoppable coming off the bench. He's got 10 points. That was Ravena's 3-pointer. He's 2 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 3 from deep. Zawa has come off the bench and provided some scoring for Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. He's got a couple of threes from 2 attempts. A rare bright moment for Damian Inglis, knocking down a 3. Inglis with 5 points, 2 of 7 from the floor, 7 rebounds, does have 3 assists. That was the second 3 for Imamura. And Saito driving and scoring. So difficult times for Yokohama. They did get their win in their last game, but they're playing against a much better team. But as you look at the stats, even though they're a better team, Yokohama just not functioning well. I mean, they're their own worst enemy at times, turning the basketball over the way they have 9 times, leading to 14 points for Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. So, that's a problem. Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, 22 points off the bench compared to 7 for Yokohama.
さまざまな選手の活躍に期待していきましょう。Go B-CORSAIRS!
Three-point shooting has been good, but again, it's the turnovers that are really what, the lack of execution on offense is just not good for Yokohama. They are carrying some injuries, trying to get back to full fitness. Gary Clark, who is the guy that is coming back from injury, he's got 7 points, doing everything that he can, but clearly he's not back to his best, and Inglis just having a real struggle. Does have the 7 rebounds and 3 assists to go with his 5 points. Key players before the game, we highlighted Kiefer Ravena and Sato. And Takumi Sato hasn't really had to do too much today. Hasn't really had to carry the team like he so often has this season, or like he can. Whereas Kiefer Ravena making some plays. But again, I think when you get back to Yokohama, they need their big guys to start delivering. Everybody's delivering, it feels like, for Nagoya. They're just all on target, all locked in, all in the flow. Say COSAIRS not able to play as well for this Yokohama team, so that is definitely a blow for them. He's been injured for a long time, the Estonia international. Mike COSAIRS. Gary Clark coming back from injury. But you can't be looking for excuses when you're playing professional basketball. It's the next man up, and you've got to find a way to win. And we'll see if Yokohama can play better in the second half. And just as I say that, they turned the basketball over. Clark leading to the wide open layup, and that's going to be goal interference. It's the second time where we've seen Gary Clark make his move to drive to the basket and just loses the ball. And oftentimes it's, you're pressing. It's not so much that you're not trying. You're definitely trying to play better, but just it kind of snowballs. Things just go from bad to worse. So you got to shake it off. You can't feel sorry for yourself, and you got to come out and you got to play hard. Tarzuski and Henry saying something. Not sure that Tarzuski appreciated what was said by Henry, and maybe Henry is the other way around. Here's Clark. Well, jump hook. That's more like it. Back to a 13-point deficit. Keita Imamura. And Henry turns it over. Guarded by Sudo. Called the charge. Henry goes out of the game. It's only his first foul. I wonder almost if he took him out because also he was having words with Tarzuski. Ravena, another missed layup. Sometimes it's just about doing what you're supposed to do, making layups. Another turnover, another chance. Clark and the lob, and they get it back, and then they throw it out of bounds.
Nagoya ball.
Good defense from Etherton. And Kiefer Vanna throws it out. He comes out of the game. And he goes out. Interesting decision to remove him, and Kai King comes in. Maybe that's just a message from Toby. Come on, we got to do better. Here's the three-point shot. Naki Higashi missing. Ball batted back outside to Imamura. Saito from deep. And the inability to get the offensive rebound, or defensive rebound, leads to 3 more points for Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, who are going for their 6th win of the year. Clark from downtown missing. Sudo commits the foul on Saito. Inglis comes back into the game. Well, it's never say never. The way Yokohama are going right now, you know, they're not gonna make the playoffs if they don't. Right now, they've just got to figure out a way to start playing better basketball. Meanwhile, Etherton knocks down the three-pointer. And for Nagoya, they can't worry about who they're playing. They need to play their best basketball. They need to lock in. They need to do what they need to do. They need to be professional. They need to be ruthless. And you know, because they will have tougher games. But it is they're giving this Yokohama B-CORSAIRS team a hiding right now.
Yokohama ボールでリスタートとなっていきます。まずはこのオフェンス1本から。1、2、3、ゴービコ
51-32, Nagoya cruising right now against Yokohama. A mistake-filled Yokohama. And another turnover. 12th turnover of the game. Lassie 12 looking on. Concerned look. Richardson banks in a three. Well, I can tell you he didn't try to do that. And again, just symptomatic of what happens when things are going easy for one team and nothing is going right for the other. Everton commits the foul on Damian Inglis.
3番加藤武人、15番アラン・ウィリアムズが入ります。T シャツダミアン・イングリス。
So 22-point lead for Nagoya over Yokohama. And Inglis, this is the first. We'll look for a positive of Damian Inglis. He's 6th overall in rebounding in this competition at 9 per game. Does make the second. So back to a 21-point deficit. You're not going to get it all back at once. Just try to go possession by possession if you're Yokohama. Meanwhile, if you're Nagoya, try to do what you're supposed to do. You don't want to turn it over. And they still turn it over after getting the turnover. So just watching this is frustrating. 13th turnover of the day for Yokohama. Sudo goes out. Taniguchi comes in, number 7. And because they didn't actually have possession, I guess that wasn't their turn. It wasn't a turnover. It wasn't called a turnover because they didn't reset the shot clock. So Yokohama do get it back. Ando driving in and scoring. Coming over from Shimane Susano Magic. Yokohama were hoping they were going to get that version. Here he is at the line where he does do well. Shoots 87.8% from the line, 5th in Japan, and does rattle that one in. Cut it back to a 18-point deficit. Nakahigashi missing it from deep. And Inglis gets it to Tarzuski. Goes off of Tarzuski's hands and out of bounds. That's 13th turnover of the game. Aaron Henry comes back into the game. Kyle Richardson goes out. And again, it's Nagoya Diamonds basketball. Currently 2nd in the West. Right off the bench, Henry misses. Ando, high arcing 3. Tarzuski with the rebound, passes it back outside. And another horrible pass, but this time they don't turn it over. Taniguchi for 3. That's it. And it's back to a 15-point deficit. Remember, Imamura hit a big 3 when Yokohama made a run in the first half. Also, with Alan Williams out there, don't be surprised if he gets his hands on the ball. No, it's going to be Imamura. And this time does not make it. Ando dribbles with his head up. Extra bounce in the step for all the Yokohama players all of a sudden. And Ando gets it up and in. And now it's a 13-point deficit. And Sean Dennis rightly feels a little bit of a comeback here as Seiya Ando reduces the arrears. Ando goes out with a smile, spins, goes off 1 foot. I think maybe what you just got to do if you see Taniguchi's 3, if you're Yokohama, just try to have some fun. And this was definitely a play that Seiya Ando brought a smile to his face. Well, coming out of the timeout, Nagoya Diamond Dolphins trying to play with a little bit more sense of urgency, play a little faster. Stepping back is Kato and knocking down the 3-point. Missing the shot, the reverse layup. And Aaron scores, going to the line for a 3-point play. Aaron Henry. All it took was one timeout to put things right for Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Yeah, that's definitely a foul. If you're going to foul him so he doesn't make the shot. Aaron Henry, 2.1 steals, makes him #1 in the league with steals. He's also second in blocks at 1.2, average of 1.2 per game. There's Alan Williams taking it right away from Taniguchi. Almost getting to the line for a 3-point play. He's got to settle for 2 free throws.
Number 25, Caleb Tazuski. Pushing the foul, 個人2つ目、チームファウル3つ目。選手交代、横浜、number 8, Gary Clark. And number 80, Mori Kenta.
Well, it's going to be a break since the launch of the B-League, winning the title 3 times, including last season. Hiroshima Dragonflies the year before that. Ryukyu Golden Kings the year before that, 2022-23 season. Chiba Jets won it back in 2020-21, that campaign. Of course, with COVID, there was no champion that year, the 2019-20 season. Albert Tokyo won it in both 2017-18 and 2018-19. And you got to wonder if, where Nagoya Diamond Dolphins fit into this championship race this season. Or could this be their year? .13 minutes to go in the game. 21-point advantage. Kiefer Avena knocks down the 3. play. Damian Inglis finally. Ball gets away, chance to go. Kenta Mori has it, head up. Kiefer Avena, same spot, different result. Oh, foul, and that just adds insult. Ozawa going to the line for a 4-point play. I don't know what he had for breakfast today, but he should have it again tomorrow because he has been lights out today.
Number 24, Matsaki Hiroki. First time defense.
So Taniguchi takes a seat. And Ozawa does indeed make the free throw for the 4-point play. You don't see it often, although you see it a lot more than you used to. Henry, nice footwork. Hesitation, pump fake. Kind of makes you wonder, really, I mean, could he get some MVP votes this season, Aaron Henry, with his numbers, especially on the defensive end? Matsuzaki misses, but Henry with the rebound. 4 rebounds on the day, 2 assists. Here he is pushing it and making the shot, but it's not going to count.
Yokohama. Number 4, Damian Inglis pushingのファウル、個人。2つ目のファウル、個人は2つ目のファウル。セシコ対横浜、Number 25、ケーレブ・ターザスキー。チームファウルは4つを超え、5つ目に達しました。
Kazuski comes back into the game. Well, Aaron Henry played his college basketball at Michigan State. Hails from Indianapolis. Wasn't drafted. Did play for Philadelphia. Signed with them. Went back and forth with Philadelphia and Delaware Bluecoats. Then in the following season, moved to France for the 2022-23 season. Played for Metropolitans '92 and then came to Japan before the 2023-24 season and played for Fighting Eagles Nagoya. Spent a couple of seasons there, and he's been with Nagoya since the 2025-26 season. So a good addition. Any guy, see, look at that. To play Ravana. Anybody that plays for Tom Izzo is going to be a solid player at the professional level. Wherever he makes, he's going to be good defensively. See that Aaron Henry a little bit frustrated. Matsuzaki trying to tie him up. Called the foul, so Henry going to the line. Feels like from what I can tell, just looking at it from the side, that Kiefer Avena is the one of the players that's showing some leadership in this very difficult period for Yokohama. Trying to keep things into perspective. Got to play hard. Sometimes you have to be vocal. And maybe it's not surprising, he's a veteran, so he's probably been through some highs and lows. Obviously, Kenta Mori needs to set the example as the captain. Fouled, so that's not going to count. And unfortunately, not able to finish with the left hand, but he goes to the free throw line.
Nagoya のファウル、43番スコット・エスタトン選手のファウルです。個人3つ目。先ほどダメな選手がファウルを受けた後、それをフォローしましたタワズスキー選手がダンクシュートを見せましたが、
9.9 seconds left in the third quarter.
そのダンクシュートで今リングが少し動いたようです。
24 points. The difference, and what have we got here? The referee's reviewing something, or are they just checking the basket support because of the dunk by Tarzuski? Yeah, they're just making sure the basket support is okay because that was a rim rocker.
第3クォーターは残り10秒を切ったところ、9秒9です。この後フリースロー2本からのリスタート。さあリングの調整、少しお時間をいただきます。しばらくお待ちください。さあ、それではプレー、ゲームにスタートとなります。キーパーラメラ、2ショット。
Urbana doesn't make the free throws. We get back to live action. And the second is good as well. Final seconds ticking off the clock. That was the third quarter. Saito for three and makes it. And it just seems like an endless amount of pain. This Nagoya Diamonds Dolphins team is meting out the punishment to Yokohama B-CORSAIRS, up 25 points, 75 to 50, 10 minutes remaining.
さあこの第4クォーター、なんとなくドラマを起こしてきた海賊たち。さあ今こそノークォーター、容赦なく全力で、さあ第4クォーターの10分後押ししていこう。ゴーゴービコル、この声とともにゴーゴービコル、ゴーゴービコル、ゴーゴー go, go, we go! Thank you, Boosters!
Fourth quarter underway here with Nagoya Diamond Dolphins on top of Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. Nagoya going for their 6th win in a row, against the 12-win Yokohama team that's just out of sorts right now. Well, they did turn it over, but they get it back. Gary Clark puts it up. Goes out of, no, doesn't go out of bounds. It was saved. It's one of these days where everybody's going to play for you if you are Nagoya. Everybody's getting into the game. And missing it from Harimoto. Kenketsu Harimoto getting his first real action of this contest. Mori knocking down the 3. Harimoto hands it off to Ozawa, who has a heat check. He hasn't missed really today. That was his first miss from deep. He had made his first 3. Kenta Mori puts up another 3, this time no good. And the turnover, Saito, and Mori fouled by Saito, hustling down the floor. Takumi Saito, who is 30 years of age, has played for Japan before, played, in fact, in the Asian qualifiers for the FIBA Basketball World Cup that's going to be next year. So getting a chance to show Tom Hovass that maybe he should be picked for the World Cup. Who knows? If Japan go on to qualify, which you would think they would. Tarzyski misses down low, and Clark tries to score, does not. He'll go to the line, but you know, this sequence just again illustrates how nothing is going right for Yokohama. He was defended well, Tarzyski misses, then Clark gets it, puts it up, and it goes around the rim and stays out. Aaron Henry was talking to Tarzyski there. Looks like he's going to be separated. He's a little bit hot under the collar, so get him out of the game. I don't know what you're complaining about if you're Nagoya, though. You're up 20-plus points. There's no need to get into it with anybody. You're in command in this game. You're going to play tomorrow. I think clearly part of the problem for Yokohama is this guy right here, just not 100%, trying to get back to his best. And once he is, I think his form could help spread to the team. Make them much more effective. Damian Inglis has just had a really difficult time this season. Tarzuski's usually better than he has been today as well. He's only got 6 points. And another bucket. Imamura. Keita Imamura just looking really good. Here's Clark. Passes it back outside. Inglis drives in and scores with the left hand. Just try to get something positive, get something going here today that you can bring into tomorrow's game. Keita Imamura. Speaking of Japan internationals, Keita Imamura has also played for Japan, but not since the FIBA Asia qualifiers back in 2025 FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. So who knows, maybe he'll get invited back to camp. And good defense by Matsuzaki, knocking it away. Inglis give and go, good passing. And just one pass too many. And it's going to lead to a layup. And Henry kind of limps out. That's the last thing you want, leading big, to pick up an injury to one of your star players. Maybe Sean Dennis will take him out. Well, they've got 2 games this weekend. Yokohama against Nagoya, Diamond Dolphins. Then they've got a couple against San and Neo Phoenix, February 7th and 8th. Then a couple against FE Nagoya, Fighting Eagles Nagoya, February 14th and 15th. Then a couple against Lavanga, Hokkaido, March 7th and 8th. So that'll come after the international break. So it's not going to be easy. But then again, it shouldn't be easy because you're playing in the top flight of Japan in a very good league. And Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, meanwhile, after taking on Yokohama B-CORSAIRS, they're going to have a couple against Sunrockers Shibuya on February 7th and 8th, and then Sendai 89ers on 14th and 15th of February. And then after the international break, they'll have a couple against Ibaraki Robots. And a good recovery there. Kato swatting Kenta Mori out of bounds. Damian Inglis, soft touch. Excuse me, Gary. Damian Inglis making it back to a 21-point deficit. Imamura drives in high, misses. Imamura just turning 30 years old 6 days ago. So in his prime. Ball goes Out of bounds, goes back over to Yokohama. Well, there was a real buzz in Japan with SR Shibuya selecting in the B draft Yamazaki Kazuto, who's really high on Yamazaki Kazuto, saying he thinks he's going to play for Japan's national team. Big talent, so it'll be interesting to see him come in and play. Nice shot from Gary Clark. He was called up last summer, in fact, to play Yamazaki played at University of Northern Colorado. So timeout. If you come back, it's not going to happen here, but again, it's important that Yokohama try to finish this game strong, get in the right frame of mind to come back and play tomorrow.
この90秒のオフィシャルタイムアウトの後、いよいよ試合はクライマックスに入っていきます。
Yamazaki actually still playing at Northern Colorado right now. Actually hails from Chiba. Before playing in Northern Colorado, he played at Radford. But definitely, I think a player that a lot of people will be excited to see when he plays for Sunrockers Shibuya. He did play for the Japan Under-19 squad at the 2021 FIBA Under-19 FIBA Basketball World Cup and averaged 14.6 points, 4 rebounds, and 1.1 assists per game.
Nagoyaボールでゲームがリスタートされます。いいシュートの後、さあいいディフェンスを見せていこう。
Final 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Henry stays in the game, gets it down low, and Williams is fouled. Is going to the line for a three-point play. Of course, that Japan team didn't have a good tournament at that Under-19 World Cup. We're talking about Ibu Yamazaki, who was drafted first overall by Sunrockers Shibuya. They finished dead last, but they had some good players in that team. Ren Kanachika, John Harper Jr. Alan Williams misses the free throw. Keep it to an 18-point lead. Atsuya Ogawa, so really some good players in that team. And I can think of probably 8 occasions when Yokohama very easily could have made a layup and gone to the line for a three-point play. It was just, you know, that's probably 50-50. Maybe, obviously, it's not going to be easy to make that layup with Williams fouling him. But still, just imagine if they make a couple of those shots, this is a completely different game. Gary Clark misses the free throw. When it rains, it pours. Well, hopefully, if you're Lassie 12, you're thinking we're just getting all this bad stuff out of our system today and be ready to go tomorrow.
選手交代GC に変わって横浜ナンバー25ケーネブターズスキー
Henry from deep gets it to go. Aaron Henry now with 20 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He has turned it over 4 times. (15 of 28 from three-point range. Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. So it's been that kind of game for them. They've done pretty much what they wanted to do. They're going to finish scoring more points than their season average. I mean, everything that you could hope. Look at this, another 3, and Henry this time maybe going a little bit too much one-on-one. That kind of shot right there tells me that maybe Henry just needs to sit down for the rest of the game and get ready for tomorrow. So Etherton back in. Henry sits down. Naka-Higashi also back in. Yu into the game. Here he is for Yokohama. Sayando hits a 3. Naka-Higashi with the 3. Goodness me. 16 of 30. Nagoya Diamond Dolphins from three-point range. Yu gets in the paint. Another chance where could have easily gone in. Does not. So he gets 2 free throws. Naka-Higashi picks up the foul. There's another turnover. And Yu gets the offensive rebound and put back.
2 minutes.
Another bucket from Naka-Higashi. Yu missing it down low. Coming up on the final minute, Harimoto. Excuse me, that was not Harimoto, but anyway. Harimoto's in the game. There's almost a steal.
Yokohama number 10, 前のカッター Number 80, 森健太
15 54 seconds remaining. 20-point lead. Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Really, this is felt like it's really never been in doubt. Certainly not since halftime. Hiramoto. Back of the cup. Offensive rebound into Etherton. And Etherton scores to make it 95 points for Nagoya. Kozinski scores to make it a 20-point deficit. They'll cross midcourt, I'm assuming, and that they won't even attack the basket here. So 95-75, a real whooping Nagoya have put on Yokohama today. And again, these two teams will trade blows tomorrow. Nagoya, 6 consecutive wins, and Yokohama, they're unable to get back-to-back wins.
名古屋ダイヤモンドドルフィンズ、ご覧の通り本日の試合75対95、勝利チームは名古屋ダイヤモンドドルフィンズでした。両チームに大きな拍手をお願いいたします。
Well, I think more than anything, Yokohama right now need to get into the locker room and work on their mental approach. Try to somehow work on that self-belief. It's a challenge for everybody. But for Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, they've got an opportunity to do something this season. They know it. They are in the playoff spots, and every opportunity, you see they're going to play again tomorrow at the same time, 2:05 local time. So this is a team that you're going to have to keep an eye on for the rest of the season, I think. They've got, I'm trying to think, I think they've got so much depth in their front court. That makes them serious contenders, and their guard plays good. You know, Saito, really good player. Kato played well today. The front court's good. Henry can play everywhere. John Dennis has them playing hard, believing like they're going to win. A lot to like, and you can understand why they've captured the imagination of the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins fans. Why so many fans followed them here to Yokohama to watch them play, because they are definitely one of the favorites. Definitely, as long as they can avoid injuries. And even then, they've got so much depth, they could probably overcome it. But when they've got players like Alan Williams coming off the bench, you know they have got some real possibilities.
Dolphins is a great team, but to be honest, I think we can do much better tomorrow and challenge them.
ドルフィンさんは本当に素晴らしいチームです。でも自分たちは明日もっともっといいパフォーマンスができると思います。
So we promise to bounce back tomorrow, come and boost us.
だからこそ明日立ち直して頑張っていきたいと思うので、明日も応援お願いしたいです。
See you tomorrow. また明日ありがとうございました。
また明日会いましょう。
Well, you can hear Lassie Toyobi, definitely. I agree. I think they can play much better.
お疲れ様でした。勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
今日のゲーム、終わったばかりなんですけれども、振り返ってみて一言感想いただけますか。
Look, coming in, Yokohama had a great win on Wednesday, and so I was very worried about their scoring power, that's for sure.
水曜日にいい勝利をしたので、そこから相手のスコーリングパワー、本当に点取る力があることをちょっと心配していました。
But I thought our guys did a pretty good job of taking them out of what they wanted to run, and that lowered their shooting percentage.
でもうちのディフェンスがうまく相手がやりたいことを止めて、相手のパーセンテージを抑えたと感じました。
連勝ですごく好調ですけれども、 今日みたいに出ていく選手、ベンチからの選手も含め全員がすごく高い強度でプレーしているなという風な感じはしましたが、それが連勝につながっているのかどうか聞かせてください。
It certainly is. You know, I've given praise to our bench the last 4 or 5 games, and again, the guys coming in are really lifting that intensity and maintaining it, and it's a big reason that we're on this winning streak right now.
本当この連勝というのはもうベンチ選手が本当大きな要因だと思います。最近よく試合後に言ってるんですけど、本当にベンチの力がもう素晴らしいと思ってます最近。
明日もまたゲームになります。明日はまた違う日にはなるとは思うんですけれども、ドルファミたくさん来てくれてます。最後一言明日に向けていただけますか。
Yeah, look, it's a big game tomorrow. I know they're going to come out with a lot more intensity. To our fans, you know, we really feel right now we need to keep improving, and I know the guys are really working at that. We don't want to drop 10 games that we feel we shouldn't.
本当に、明日は相手も強く出てくるというのは予想できますが、うちもそこを合わせてインテンシティ上げなきゃいけないです。本当にファンの皆様のためにもどんどん毎日上達していきたいと思っています。
ありがとうございました。明日も頑張ってください。
Well, you heard Sean Dennis talking about it. Doesn't want them to let their guard down. They fully respected Yokohama, especially after their performance in midweek.
今日は日本語を話さないんですけど、明日切り替えて勝てるようにまた準備していきたいと思います。ありがとうございます。
Must be a great feeling to know as a fan that you come all this way to watch your team and you win, and then you're going to get to go out and have some nice dinner tonight, maybe catch a movie, and then come back and watch another game. I'm assuming that these fans will definitely make it 2 games, or maybe they live here.
まずは
And then we'll go watch their team play.
お疲れ様でした。まずは勝利を
So here's Ozawa, who just was lights out today, knocking down
今日のゲームを
3-pointers, 3 or
まずは
4
振り
from
返って
deep.
みて、はい、いかがですか。
チームとして、先週の水曜日の富山戦で、自分たちのバスケットができなくて、で今週末しっかりこう自分たちのディフェンスからのこう名古屋ダイヤモンドドルフィンズらしいバスケットをするっていう目標でチーム一丸と入れた試合だったのかなと思います。
ご自身の今日のプレーいかがですか。すごく高確率でスリーポイントは決めて、しかもそのスリーポイントがある意味こうチームになんかこう勇気というか、流れを引き寄せた感じをこう私は感じてたんですけれども、ご自身はいかがですか。
自分としては、三河戦の2連戦、コンディション調整で試合に出れなくて、初めてのそういう経験、B リーグでの初めての経験でこうコンディションを合わせるのが難しかったんですけど、チームメイトからもお前は出たら打てっていう風に言われたので、もうそこはもう気持ちよく打たせてもらったって感じです。
試合中すごく堂々とプレーしている感じはしますし、落ち着きがあるなっていう風に見てたんですけれども、なんかルーキーっぽくないなっていう中で今みたいな笑顔がすごく素敵だなと思いながらも、ご自身の自分の売りというかチームの中での役割ってどういうことになりますか。
やっぱりルーキーとしてやっぱ思いっきりのあるプレーをしてチームをこう勝たせるというか活気づけるっていうのが自分の役割だと思うので、その点でしっかりと自分がチームの流れっていうのを変えれるような存在になりたいと思います。
今日その役割っていうのはしっかりと果たせたと思うんですけれども、明日もまたすぐにゲームがあります。明日に向けてドルファミの皆さんに最後力強い一言お願いします。
明日も名古屋ダイヤモンドドルフィンズらしいバスケットで勝つので応援よろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございました。明日も頑張ってください。
ありがとうございます。
Well, it was the 3rd time this season that Ozawa had 3 threes in a game. He had a couple of 3-point game, a couple of games against Osaka Vesa earlier this season when he made 3 threes, and he's had other games when he's made 2 threes. had
選手が退場いたします。会場の皆様、今一度大き
definitely
な拍手をお送りください。
overall, you know, a lot of promise. Also, another former youth player for Japan played at the 2023 Under-19 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Did Ozawa. So exciting to see the 21-year-old get out and contribute today. Ozawa said, as a team, we didn't play our best basketball last game. Then we fixed and focused those issues, focused on our basketball today. And as for me, I rested last game, but it was a difficult adjustment. My strength today, I'm a rookie, so I'll play as hard and change the movement on the team coming in, thanks to the fans who looks forward to tomorrow's game. So he definitely has a promising career ahead of him, Ozawa, to shoot the basketball as well as he did today and to come in and contribute. I don't think there's any question that he's a promising talent. You know, he hasn't always shot it that well this season. 27% three-point shooter, but I think it looks like he has a nice shot. Plays an average of about 11 games, and again, he's a rookie, so he's just feeling his way through. And for Yokohama, just a struggle all game. Imamura, these guys, you can't help them. And one of the problems that Yokohama had today, which they've also had in other games, like against Kyoto Hanorus, turning the basketball over. They just cannot turn the basketball over and expect to win games the way they did. You turned it over against Nagoya today, and Nagoya started getting easy buckets. They had 14 points off turnovers in the first half. And also, you know, making three-point shots can be contagious, and it was today for the Diamond Dolphins. But no two games are alike, and maybe Yokohama can come back out tomorrow and give a much better account of themselves. Kato knocking down the three. Kato had a good game, 2 of 3 from deep. A couple of assists, couple of rebounds. And Henry also had a good game, not surprisingly, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He did have 4 turnovers. Kiefer Ravena starting, had 12 points, 4 of 10 from the floor, 2 of 5 from deep. Didn't have any rebounds today and only 1 assist, a couple turnovers. And, you know, he did turn it over early in the game. Then you had Ozawa getting fouled while hitting the 3. Went to the line and had the 4-point play. Ozawa, again, one of the youngsters that we were talking about. Say Ando today was 2 of 4 from three-point range, played 27 minutes, 15 points. Nika Higashi contributing with 9 points, 3 of 6 from three-point range. When you have 2 guys coming off the bench, or 3 guys in fact, with Kato, Ozawa, and Naka Higashi hitting a combined 8 of 13 from three-point range. That is what you call firepower coming from the bench. So it was just a demolition, but I can't emphasize enough, Yokohama did not play well. They turned it over. They made a rod for their own backs in this game early. They had 16 turnovers overall, and 28 points Nagoya scored off of those 16 turnovers. by Yokohama. So just a tough day at the office. 17 of 33 from deep for Nagoya. Actually had 4 less makes inside the arc. They made their free throws. Great performance from the bench, 39 points overall. We talked about the three-point shooting from the bench. Second chance points, they had 11. 15 second chance points for Yokohama. Kind of irrelevant in a game like this. Both teams get a lot of points in the paint as well. So 20 points for Aaron Henry, leading all scorers, 15 for Seiya Ando, 8 rebounds and 8 assists for Damian Inglis. You can see he's really struggling, trying to help his team. I think some of the body language isn't great from Damian Inglis. He needs to be more optimistic. Don't let the frustration overcome him. Clark, 15 points, 14 for Alan Williams, 12 for Etherton. Nagoya just way too much firepower, way too much. In this game, maybe tomorrow will be different, but 12 points for Kiefer Ravanen, the key player. Matchup with Saito, who's outstanding for this team. Look at the efficiency for Saito. You know, good shooting from him today. 3 of 6 overall, 1 of 2 inside the arc, 2 of 4 from deep. And again, these two teams will meet again tomorrow. Another full slate of B-League action. Nagoya Diamond Dolphins will be going for their 7th consecutive win when they return to this arena. So one final time, 95-75, Nagoya Diamond Dolphins win it over Yokohama B-CORSAIRS here in the Yokohama International Pool Arena. Thanks for watching, everybody.